Bhupta of Moneycontrol, who broke this story as well, now joins in on the telephone line. Hi, Malini. First up, take us through the many contours of this news as you've picked it up.
Right. The number of, so far it's been a buzz actually internally. Very senior management have been sounding off people about the potential of a deal happening. And now we've got a confirmation from an investment banker that, there's the mandate which has been floated and it's been given to more than one investment bank, which is what we have learned. And at this point of time, it's in the early stages where they're looking at what potential valuation should we consider a transaction. So that's a big thing because there is no conversation of a deal happening between potential buyers, whether it's strategic or a private equity player yet. But the fact of the matter is that the thought has come to the promoters that they should consider a potential transaction. And there have been examples in the last 2 years where both Western strategics as well as private equity players have done such transactions in India, whether it's Emphasis or iGate. Blackstone and Capgemini did pick up stakes in both these companies, acquired controlling stakes in both these companies. Also, Wipro, what I've learned from investors is that there have been succession-related concerns as well, and this would potentially solve the problem if there is a transaction that happens. The company also would consider looking at either selling in pieces because some of the verticals are doing quite well, which is the BFSI vertical as well as the energies and utilities vertical. So that would be an interesting piece if they do it in piecemeal or they do it as a going concern.
Okay. Malini, apologies if I've missed part of your article, but did you get in touch with Azim Premji or any of the senior management, and what's their comment?
Well, the company's called it rumors, baseless rumors that only seems to signify that these rumors have been around and these rumors have legs, as we've learned it from investment banks in Bombay. They've denied the story, of course, as is expected, because the transaction is nowhere near happening at this point of time. They're looking at valuations and what kind of a price would they get for a company as a whole or in piecemeal. So that's what the company issued a statement yesterday afternoon to us.
Malini, you mentioned that it would also, a transaction like this would also solve the succession problem. One would have thought that is one problem Wipro, at least, that isn't there at Wipro. Yes, go on.
Right. Sorry. No, please continue. What were you asking? There's a succession. No, they have seen a succession of CEOs, and the market has been concerned about it. Under Korean for 5 years, growth has not revived, if you notice.
Right.
Wipro has continued to struggle with growth. And the new CEO has come in last year, and this year we continue to see both. And all of FY18, they do not expect Wipro to pick up growth and match industry standards. So growth has clearly been a challenge for Wipro. They've had 3 CEOs in the last 6 years, if you look at it. So there are challenges there. Also, it's largely promoter-controlled, and several investors have flagged off the concern. There is no clarity of a succession plan yet, as far as Wipro is concerned. So there has been a professional management, but it's still largely promoter-controlled, unlike an Infosys, if you see. So that's where the difference between that's where the issue of succession comes in.
Malini, so basically it's at an exploratory stage where potential valuations are being considered. I understand it's very, very early days, but have you been given any numbers?
No, we haven't been given any numbers. That's what bankers' mandate is, to work on the potential valuations. As I said, it would depend on whether they consider a majority stake sale or they look at a piecemeal kind of a transaction in case a private equity or a Western strategic does not want to acquire the company in its entirety.